Hello, my lovelies. Today I have a massive unhaul for you, so stay tuned. Yeah, so I have nearly 200 books here. There are 4 stacks. I got one stack here, one stack to here, one stack up here, and one stack way up here. That's a lot. I actually was going to try to set it on the guest bed, but they just kept falling all over the place because there's so many of them. So this is what I have to work with as far as space in this room, because I didn't want to haul all of these books out of this room to do this filming. Yeah, it's a lot. Okay, most of these are unread, and it's just I know that I'm not going to get to them. There are some here, like this stack. There's a lot of books that have been read, and I'm just not going to read again. So the first one is Dark Matter. I think I gave this one 4 stars. I enjoyed it. I recommended it to Marty. He read it in like 2 days, and he said he gives it 3.5 stars. But I probably wouldn't read it again, and I don't think Marty will either. So this one's gonna go. Next is The Girl of Fire and Thorns by Rae Carson. I read this. Actually, let me move you closer. Okay, so I read this, and I can't remember exactly what I gave it. I want to say 3 or 3.5 stars, maybe. Probably 3. It was okay, but I had some problems with things like fat shaming throughout and stuff like that. Even to her, like the main character's fat shaming herself even, and I just wasn't a fan. And I don't think I have the rest of the series in this stack, but eventually when I find the rest of the series, it will also get unhauled. Then we have Life Expectancy by Dean Koontz. This is another one that I read, I enjoyed, but I'm not going to read again. Noise, this little graphic novel here. I read it. It's super cute and super sweet, and it was a gift, but I don't think I'm going to read it again, and I don't have the space. Okay, next is The Night Silver Promise by Annalise Avery. And I think I started listening to the audiobook of this and just really was not interested, and I ended up DNFing it. So this one's gonna go. And then we have The Servants of Twilight by Dean Koontz. I think I read this one. I don't remember what I rated this. Probably like 3.5 stars. This is one that I have not read. It's a sequel to The Initial Insult by Mindy McGinnis, and that is The Last Laugh. However, I haven't read The Initial Insult, but I accidentally ended up buying this twice and never got around to returning it, so this one's going away. The Woman in the Library by Sulari Gentile. My coffee patrons and I buddy read this, and I think I gave it 3 stars, and I was probably the highest rated. Nobody really liked it. Okay, next is a series that I was just recently gifted with the covers that I love, and so I've got these funky editions. One of them is like a library edition, and they're just not cute, and I'm happy to get rid of them. But I'm happy to have the new covers. So we have White Hot Kiss, Every Last Breath, and Stone Cold Touch by Jennifer L. Armentrout. And see, this one is even like an old library edition. And I'm wearing my Thrills and Chills book club shirt. One of the books we had was Five Survived by Holly Jackson, and I have this Prince and Noble exclusive edition. I was so hyped for this book, and I really didn't like it. Then we have Scarred by Emily McIntyre, and this is the second book in the Never After series. I read Hooked, loved it, but this one is more like Regency romance, and I don't vibe with Regency romance at all, so I DNF this one. Next is Fame, Fate, and the First Kiss by Casey West. I got about 10% of the way through this, and I just really wasn't interested, so I DNF'd it. Okay, next is The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell and The Devil's Thief. So I read The Last Magician a long time ago and it was fine. I want to say I gave it like 3.5 stars, and I was going to continue, but I don't care enough to, so. Okay, next is The Great Book of Amber, The Complete Amber Chronicles 1 through 10 by Roger Zalanzi. And my friend Rob, he gifted this to me, and this is like his favorite series. This thing is over, like, it's like over 1,200 pages, but it is 10 books in one. I read the first book and was bored. And I can't bring myself to read any more of it. So this one's going. Okay, next up is Whatever Happened to Janie, What Janie Found, and Janie Face to Face by Carolyn B. Cooney. I read the first, and I don't know how many more. I think I read the first and second in these, and loved them. But then it was a long time. I think The Voice on the Radio was the next one I was to read. And I DNF'd it because I just really wasn't interested. So I figured I'll keep the first one because I really like that one, but then the rest can go. Okay, let's move up to this stack up here. All right, so there's a few graphic novels. I've got Bounty, Road to Riverdale, The Magician's Alice's Story, and Deathbed. I'm just not interested enough in these, so they're also going. We are getting to the stacks where the majority of the books I won't have read. These, I think I'm just gonna go through them quickly. There's not really, the only thing if I get to a book that I have read and then I have a good reason for getting rid of it, I can tell you. But otherwise, pretty much in order to make room, I went through Goodreads and I pretty much got rid of anything that had lower than a 3.6 just because I just didn't have the space. And that was like, for me, that was the easiest way to cut. I thought I had gotten rid of enough books before we moved, and I did not. Plus I've acquired more. Okay, so rapid fire, what I'm getting rid of. I have The Boatman's Daughter by Andy Davidson, Darkwater by Catherine Fisher, A Totally Awkward Love Story by Tom Ellen and Lucy Iveson, The Loop by Jeremy Robert Johnson, Young Scrooge, A Very Scary Christmas Story by R.L. Stine, The Sisters Grimm by Minna Van Praagh, The Summer of Everything by Catherine Clark, Immaculate by Caitlin Detweiler, Fire and Heist by Sarah Beth Durst, Dead Ringers by Christopher Golden, Cartega by A.N. Sage, Then She Found Me by Eleanor Lipman. Also, a lot of these are going to either end up in my little free library or as like blind dates with a book for my book buddy of the month, or not my book buddy of the month, my wine tier coffee patrons. If you're interested in learning about my wine tier coffee patrons, I'll link a video up here where I do talk about it, but also I'll link down in the description the link to go and check it out, and it shows like all the perks that you get for each tier. Okay, continuing on, we have Things to Do When It's Raining by Marissa Stapley, Before We Met by Lucy Whitehouse, Simmer Down by Sarah Smith, Magonia and Ari by Maria Devana Headley, Secret Santa by Andrew Schaefer, The Deep Blue Between by Aisha Haruna Atta, City of Lost Dreams by Magnus Flight, Lakewood by Megan Giddings, Recommended for You by Laura Silverman, Amanda Miranda by Richard Peck, The Little Paris Bookshop by Nina George, Symptoms of a Heartbreak by Sona Sharapotra, The Boyfriend List by E. Lockhart, The Stars We Steal by Alexa Donn, Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan, Eat Brains Love by Jeff Hart, We Are the Wildcats by Saban Vivian, Miss Fortune Cookie by Lauren Bjorkman. Cast No Shadow by Nick Topolansky and Anissa Espinoza. Spectacle by Jody Lynn Zodrick. Here by Robin Epstein. The Clouded Sky by Megan Crew. How to Meet Boys by Catherine Clark. Sensational by Jody Lynn Zedrock. The River at Night by Erica Frederick. The Glittering Court by Rochelle Mead. The Good Luck Charm by Helena Hunting. Amber in Dusk by Lyra Celine. No Love Allowed by Kate Evangelista. The Ones We're Meant to Find by Joan He. Broken Things by Lauren Oliver. The Mall by Megan McCafferty. The Chaos of Stars by Kirstine White. Bad Girls with Perfect Faces by Lynn Weingarten. Fake It Till You Break It by Jen P. Wynn. They Drown Our Daughters by Katrina Monroe. Nocturna by Maya Matayan. Suspicion by Alexandra Monier. The Proposal by Jasmine Galori. The Queen's Assassin by Melissa Dela Cruz. City of Dark Magic by Magnus Flight. The Book of Second Chances by Catherine Slee. The Boy Who Drew Monsters by Keith Donahue. Now moving on to the second big stack. We have Birthday Girl or The Birthday Girl by Melissa Dela Cruz. 99% Mine by Sally Thorne. Kingdom of Ashes by Rhiannon Thomas. Today My Name is Billy by Neil Parisi. And that one, I don't know what the rating on that one was, but that was just one I lost interest in. Then we've got Beguiled by Sila Pannon. The Beast is an Animal by Peter Nell Van Arsdale. Skin by E.M. Reapy. Side Effects May Vary by Julie Murphy. Midnight Jewel by Rochelle Mead. Of Curses and Kisses by Zendaya Mignon. The One Memory of Flora Banks by Emily Barr. Perfect Ruin by Lauren DeStefano. And Burning Kingdom as well. Kissing in America by Margot Robb. Fault Line by C. Desir. The Boy Next Door by Katie Van Ark. 96 Words for Love by Rachel Roy and Ava Dash. Jade Fire Gold by June C.L. Tan. And I read this and I want to say I gave it like 3.5 stars. It was fine. Honestly, at this point, I can't really remember too much about it. Deathsworn by Lee Cypress. Diamond City by Francesca Flores. Midas by Ryan North. Quintessence by David Walton. Lucky in Love by Casey West. The Great Big One by J.C. Geiger. Hexed and Charmed by Michelle Chris. Earth and Sky by Megan Crew. Are We Nearly There Yet by Lucy Vine. Becoming Jen by Lori Goldstein. There Will Be Lies by Nick Lake. The Princess and the Hound by Met Ivy Harrison. The Last Forever by Deb Coletti. How to Be Brave by E. Catherine Kataris. The Liars of Mariposa Island by Jennifer Matthew. The Lying Game by Ruth Ware. Waterfall and Teardrop by Lauren Kate. The 10th Circle by Jodi Picoult. The Third Wife by Lisa Jewell. People Like Us by Dana Malee. Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky. Life is Short and Then You Die, edited by Kelly Armstrong. Ecstasia by Claire Legrand. The Synapse Sequence by Daniel Godfrey. The Inland Sea by Madeline Watts. Burn Our Bodies Down by Rory Power. My Fine Fellow by Janiki Cohen. Sanity and Talila Field Trip by Molly Brooks. This is one that I read, the first one and this one. I enjoyed them both, but I just don't see myself reading them again. 11 Things I Promised by Catherine Clark. Horrid by Katrina Leno. When Einstein was a puppy, this was he tried to eat a couple of Katrina Leno books. This was one of them. The Truth About Happily Ever After by Carol Kozo. I Believe in a Thing Called Love by Maureen Gu. Gathering Deep by Lisa Maxwell. Don't Expect Magic by Kathy McCullough. And now for this final massive stack here. Oh Lord, don't follow me. Okay, we have Disorderly Conduct and Indecent Exposure by Tessa Bailey. Mr. Paradise by Elmore Leonard. Demon Seed by Dean Koontz. Eye Candy by R.L. Stein. Rebound by Aga Leiswick. Then I have this whole Riverdale series by Michael Osto, but Caleb Rorig wrote the final book in it. But yeah, the whole series. Ship It by Britta London. The Bargaining by Carly Ann West. Fierce Like a Firestorm by Alana Popovic. Royal Holiday, Party of Two, The Wedding Party, and The Wedding Date by Jasmine Galori. It's Not Summer Without You by Jenny Han. When I first got this, I didn't realize that it wasn't like the first book in the series, and I actually have like the whole box set in my like Amazon wish list. I do want to read them, but I want the whole set. And it's cheaper to buy the box set, or just as much to buy the box set as it would be to buy the other two books. So. Then we have A Million Times Goodnight by Christina McBride. This is another one that Einstein ate as a puppy. Another Katrina Leno. It's You Must Not Miss by Katrina Leno. We have Dark Celebration by Christine Feehan. This one, I don't know what the rating is. I was reading this Dark series. I read so many of them years ago and very much enjoyed them. But I just don't know that I'm going to continue like reading them to the point that I get to this. So I figured I'd just go ahead and get rid of it. I can always probably find it at the library or something. We have Secret Sisters by Joy Calloway. Keep You Close by Lucy Whitehouse. Good Girl Complex by Elle Kennedy. The Embrace by Aphrodite Jones. The Princess and the Bear by Met Ivy Harrison. Another Woman's Lipstick by Zelman King. Beyond Clueless by Alina Alcinas. The Girls in the Garden by Lisa Jewell. Agents of the Internet Apocalypse by Wayne Gladstone. Permanent Record by Mary H.K. Choi. Dreamland by Robert L. Anderson. A Lullaby for Witches by Hester Fox. This is one that I read and I think I gave it like 3 stars. So I'm not going to read it again. Sweet Unrest by Lisa Maxwell. Into the Blood Red Woods by Martha Brockenbrough. Scavenge the Stars by Tara Sim. The Green Man by Michael Beddard. The Winter Duke by Claire Eliza Bartlett. Landline by Rainbow Rowell. The Accident Season by Maura Fowley Doyle. We Were Promised Spotlights by Lindsay Sproul. Chilling Effect by Valerie Valdez. Together We Caught Fire by Eva V. Gibson. Tell Me No Lies by Adele Griffin. They Wish They Were Us by Jessica Goodman. Waste of Space by Gina D'Amico. Dueled and Divided by Elise Chapman. The Killing Jar by Jennifer Bosworth. Frankenstein by Jeanette Winterson. Occulta by Maya Motain. The Last Voyage of Poe Blythe by Ali Condi. Hashtag Scandal by Sarah Ockler. The Lantern's Ember by Colleen Hook. Bring Me Back by B.A. Paris. And then we have gotten down to the final 4 books. We have Empress of All Seasons by Amiko Jin. Finding Yvonne by Brandy Colbert. Premeditated by Josen L. McQueen. and Once and Future by Amy Rose Capetta and Corey McCarthy. So those are all, I think, 193, I believe, books that I need to unhaul. If there are any books that you think I absolutely need to give a chance before unhauling them, comment that book down in the description, and maybe I'll do like try a chapter or something of them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye.